Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star based on novel. So let's start. Luo Feng, 5 Chaos Master, and Ultimate Arrow Master all looked at the towering molten lava devil god. They all realized that they didn't have time anymore, especially after the fight between Luo Feng and 5 Chaos Master, which only took 1 second and crushed both Miniature Universe and 5 Chaos Sector, and which blocked the safest route for them. The safest route was to fly underground and to get into the underground cave. Then they could teleport themselves and leave. But after 1 second, it was too late. Yin Tuor was closest to Molten Lava Devil God. He had become a golden horned lizard by using golden sulfone armor. Luo Feng was the second closest, while 5 Chaos Master and Ultimate Arrow Master were the farthest. However, they were all less than 10 billion kilometers away from each other. That was only 1 step for Molten Lava Devil God. Luo Feng had told them he would let them go if they gave him Water Ripple Prison, Forbidden Temple, Extermination Godly Armor, Core of Blade Sector, and Golden Sulfone Armor. But who was willing to give those up? They were their most important true treasures, and they would fight even if they had the slightest chance. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! The golden, one-horned lizard was yelling. His body quickly bulged. It was formed by the true treasure golden sulfone armor, and it was turned into a beast god. At the same time, it became larger abruptly under Yin Tuor's power. It turned into a golden, one-horned lizard 100 million kilometers tall. Come in, Ultimate Arrow Master. 5 Chaos Master turned his hands, and a palace surrounded by lightning showed up. It was the pinnacle flying palace type true treasure, Forbidden Palace. Okay, said Ultimate Arrow Master and went in it without hesitation. 5 Chaos Master glanced at Luo Feng in the distance, then entered the Forbidden Palace. Luo Feng turned his hands also, and a bloody pyramid showed up. That bloody pyramid was Star Tower. Inside the tower was Golden Horned Beast body. The Golden Horned Beast had Blood Cloud Pearl. With it, he was able to disguise the godly body, its aura, and the shape of true treasures and armors. He had made Star Tower into the shape of a long shuttle, and now, he changed it into the shape of a pyramid. It was easier to disguise it as a bloody pyramid. Luo Feng went into the bloody pyramid. Luo Feng had stalled the others, which had stripped them of their best chances of survival. However, the Supreme Beings wouldn't just accept death like that. They would fight for their lives. All of them were struggling to survive. They fought for the last chance to survive. At the same time, the rocks cracked, and the towering molten lava devil god showed up. There was heated lava all over his body, and his 3 eyes burned, nearly bursting with mad hostility. Even Luo Feng, Yin Tuor, 5 Chaos Master, and Ultimate Arrow Master didn't dare look him directly in the eye. If they did, the mind attack would lower their power by half. His fangs were bared, and growls emanated from his giant godly body. The space was completely shattered. Larger, larger, larger. The golden horned lizard was already almost 1 billion kilometers long. Die. The 3 eyes of Molten Lava Devil God were on the golden horned lizard in the distance, and a ripple came from his mouth. Though none of them had heard of it before, Luo Feng, 5 Chaos Master, and Ultimate Arrow Master all knew what that meant. The right leg of Molten Lava Devil God moved, and unlike before, the right leg moved extremely fast. That leg seemed to be able to destroy a small universe. It was irresistible. The mysteries behind this move were beyond Luo Feng's imagination. He kicked the giant lizard. The golden lizard roared in agony and was shattered completely. The fragments of its body flew in all directions, and there were cracks on the fragments. Apparently, that attack was able to damage a top-tier pinnacle spiritual force true treasure weapon. While the fragments were flying, so did countless drops of water. They rained down on the black ground. The drops of water slipped into the cracks and fell. Humph! Molten Lava Devil God felt that there was still power underneath, so he trod down again. The rocks rumbled. The water was annihilated. Then Molten Lava Devil God raised his head as he noticed the 2 flying objects in the lava ocean. He could sense the creatures inside the flying objects. The Bloody Pyramid, Star Tower, held Luo Feng and the Golden Horned Beast, and inside Forbidden Temple were 5 Chaos Master and Ultimate Arrow Master. The two flying objects surged almost at the same time. Just when Molten Lava Devil God crushed the Golden Horned Lizard with his step, the two flying objects flew into the lava ocean. Die. Molten Lava Devil God had ripples coming out of his throat. He waved his hands and reached toward the lava ocean. Deep inside the black ground, one drop had reached a very deep place. There were space ripples. Shua. It flew to an area in the distance, a place more than 200 light-years away from the battlefield, inside an underground cave deep under the ground. It was an exquisite cave, and a red, child-shaped being appeared in it. I came back. Yin Tuor's body trembled. He was a unique life form from the first universe era, and he had gotten the name Yin Tuor because he was unique. He didn't have a gigantic godly body. However, what was special about his body was that it was able to reduce any attacks to 1/10,000. And with the true treasure armor, it could weaken it to 1/100 millionth. How incredible it was. That was why he was called Undying Yin Tuor. No wonder, it's Molten Lava Devil God, said Yin Tuor. One attack damaged my golden sulfone armor, and the second attack annihilated 9/10 of my godly body. Fortunately, he only trod on the ground instead of attacking me directly. Otherwise, I would be dead already. Besides, 5 Chaos Master and Silver Wing Horde Leader attracted him also, so I escaped death. Drops of water around Yin Tuor showed up and merged with his body, and his godly body recovered immediately. Those drops of water belonged to his godly body, and they would merge together. Actually, he had two choices. The first option was to rely on his armor. However, he knew for sure that the armor was only able to weaken the attack to 1/10 at the most. If he didn't dismantle his godly armor, he would die, which was why he had put back his true treasure armor. Just as the golden, one-horned lizard had crumbled, his godly body had dissipated and was turned into countless drops of water. When Molten Lava Devil God stomped the second time, though 90% of the drops of water disappeared, some of the water was already deep in the cracks. Plus, it belonged to a universe master. Some of it survived. I only have 11.2% of my godly body left. Yin Tuor's eyes glinted. My golden sulfone armor is also damaged, and it can only wield 1/10 its power. I don't even know whether I can get it back or not. Damn it. Damn it. Yin Tuor was furious. Silver Wing Horde Leader. 5 Chaos Master. Grudges filled his heart. That maniac. That human is a maniac. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have suffered this much. And that idiot 5 Chaos Master, if he could have killed Luo Feng, I wouldn't have suffered this much. My golden sulfone armor. My godly body. Yin Tuor clenched his teeth. He had suffered huge losses this time. I won't let you guys go this easily. Silver Wing Horde Leader, your Silver Wing true treasure is impressive, yet you've been keeping it as a secret. Perhaps it's as valuable as extermination godly armor. Yin Tuor's eyes glinted fiercely. You don't want others to know? I'll make it known to everyone. And 5 Chaos Master. You have so much pride in yourself, but your original body might die. Haha. What a scandal. What a scandal. I'll let everyone know as well. I'll make life miserable for both of you. Yin Tuor hated their guts. In the endless lava ocean, the giant arm was waving in the lava. And that forbidden palace, which looked like a glass ball, was moving forward carefully. 5 Chaos Master and Ultimate Master appeared solemn. 5 Chaos Master, said Ultimate Arrow Master. This is our only chance, said 5 Chaos Master. I need to go through Lava Ocean. I'll race to the top of Lava Ocean and arrive at Blazing Flames Lake. The worst we can go through is the 7-level calamities. The first level is Molten Lava Devil God. Now that Molten Lava Devil God has woken up, he won't come to Lava Ocean. This is the rule. Ultimate Arrow Master nodded. From God-destroying valley to the endless lava ocean, he arrived at another dangerous place, Blazing Flames Lake. This was a path filled with hazards. Only Universe Supreme Masters dared to venture there. 7-level calamities. I have to go through it. I have to. 5 Chaos Master clenched his teeth, and his eyes glinted fiercely. Human Silver Wing Horde Leader. Silver Wing Horde Leader, he yelled crazily. He would never forget that this had all brought on by that crazy human Silver Wing Horde Leader. Inside the whirlpool center of the lava ocean. The bloody pyramid was close to the lava whirlpool. Once it entered, it immediately neared the whirlpool and was sucked into the center of the whirlpool. I can get to another dangerous place, Blazing Water Lake, from God-destroying valley, thought Luofeng. There's a shortcut to get out of the lava ocean. Based on the records left by Jefanzi, there are 6 calamities to get through. Even if I have Star Tower, I might be trapped in the lava ocean. The only way is to enter the center of the lava whirlpool, said Luofeng. The center of the lava whirlpool can affect the space underneath and formed annihilation whirlwind. The center of the lava ocean is more horrendous. The deeper it is inside, the more powerful the strangling power is, and even Pinnacle Palace true treasures can be damaged. Supreme Palace type true treasures can resist it, and it'll get faster the deeper it gets. I'll go to Blazing Water Lake. It's a path that leads to certain death for others, but this is the safest path for me since I have a Supreme Palace true treasure. Luofeng's eyes glinted with expectation. Although it isn't my place, it's worth it. The bloody pyramid was sucked into the center of the lava whirlpool, kept moving to the depth of the whirlpool. The deeper it was in the whirlpool, the more terrifying the swallowing, gravitational power was. Luofeng and the golden horned beast were both standing in the control room, could feel the bloody pyramid, Star Tower, still spinning. How terrifying. It can definitely rival that wing space, that endless blade storms, Luofeng thought. Only in those blade storms would Star Tower fly so out of control. Now, Star Tower wasn't able to control its own direction, and it completely followed the course of the swallowing, gravitational power. Speed up. Speed up. 300 times faster than light speed. 500 times faster than light speed. 1,000 times faster than light speed. 2,000 times faster than light speed. 5,000 times faster than light speed. The power in the center of lava whirlpool had made the laws retreat, and the bloody pyramid became a bloody light. Luofeng stayed in the tower as he felt a force like Star Tower being hit by billions of hammers. Jefanzi was indeed right, exclaimed Luofeng. The center of the whirlpool is indeed the most terrifying place in lava ocean. Even Pinnacle Palace type true treasures will be destroyed. Only Supreme Palace type true treasures can traverse this path safely. He was lucky enough. Even though there were several Supreme true treasures, there were different types of Supreme true treasures. 5-color Aurora Lake of the Ancestral God School, the Protecting Armor true treasure of Virtual Real Devil Master, the Axe true treasure of Huge Axe Founder, none of them were Palace-type true treasures. There were quite a few Supreme true treasures from the 3 incarnations and the 2 Holy Lands. However, there were only a few of each type. What happened to 5 Chaos Master? Did he die? Luofeng wondered. He also delved into lava ocean and tried to seize a chance to survive. He'll be extremely lucky if he survives. 5 Chaos Master and Ultimate Arrow Master sat in Forbidden Palace, and they weren't able to speed up at the center of the whirlpool. There were plenty of obstacles in lava ocean itself, so it was relatively slow. Be careful. Ultimate Arrow, you'll be in charge of this side, and I'll be in charge of that side. Okay. 5 Chaos Master and Ultimate Arrow Master both performed their Pinnacle Domain type true treasures. However, the lava outside was too terrifyingly powerful, so even Pinnacle Domain type true treasures were only able to penetrate a small area. How long will it take for us to get to Blazing Water Lake? Ultimate Arrow Master couldn't help asking. Blazing Water Lake. We're traveling tens of times faster than light speed, so it'll take a much longer time to go through the entire lava ocean. We've only traveled less 1/10,000. The eyes of 5 Chaos Master glinted with madness. Less than 1/10,000th. Ultimate Arrow Master was in despair. That short moment already intimidated him. The rumor had been false. It was indeed a land of death. If he had traveled alone, he would have died. Strive. 5 Chaos Master glanced at him fiercely. Don't worry, I'm here. Okay, said Ultimate Arrow Master anxiously. 5 Chaos Master, I don't have another body, I only have an original body. You have to withstand it. Of course, I'll strive. Do you really think I can let my extermination godly armor go? Do you really think I'll let all my accumulation go? 5 Chaos Master said, glancing at him. Okay. Ultimate Arrow Master nodded. He tried his best to perform his pinnacle domain type true treasure core of Blade Sector. However, the one with bodies and the one without had completely different mindsets. Besides, those dangers made Ultimate Arrow Master despair. That sense of despair and the fact that he might die anytime drove Ultimate Arrow Master mad. Humph. 5 Chaos Master devoted all his attention and energies to it. He sometimes controlled Forbidden Palace, sometimes controlled Water Ripple Prison, and sometimes performed his technique using Water Ripple Prison. He had created lots of techniques in the past 3 incarnation eras, and he performed them one after another based on the situations. As for Ultimate Arrow, he was useless. The bloody pyramid kept getting faster at the center of Lava Ocean Whirlpool. It was already 100,000 times faster than light speed, and the way it traveled against laws dazzled Luo Feng. 5 minutes and 33 seconds after it entered Lava Ocean, a trace of bloody light flew out of Lava Ocean, flew across the space, and went into the cold water. It hit the waters at a speed of more than 100,000 times light speed. Each drop of water was heavier than neutrons. The power from that hit could have cracked a top-tier palace-type true treasure. Fortunately, the bloody pyramid was Star Tower, and it was able to withstand that power. It immediately slowed down, and under that resistance and suppression, the speed of the pyramid plummeted. 10,000 times light speed, 1,000 times light speed, 100 times light speed. Besides, he traveled from Lava Ocean, which could immediately annihilate godly bodies of Universe Masters, from the water that could freeze godly bodies of Universe Masters to death. The immediate change was luckily borne by Star Tower. 1 minute and 58 seconds after the bloody pyramid entered the cold waters, it was traveling 100 times faster than light speed. It broke the waves, which sharply slowed down the bloody pyramid. Then it came down and landed out of the sky, floating around several 100 million kilometers above the lakes. A human flew out of the bloody pyramid and became 10 meters tall. Wow. Although this path is safe, I don't know if it's changed after all those eras. Luo Feng looked down on the lakes and smiled. Good. I arrived at another dangerous place, Blazing Water Lake. He had dared to do this not only because of the map left by Jiefanzi, but also because he had Star Tower, which could at least save his life. Even if he ran into some special situations, he found them to be worth it, as he could avenge himself against 5 Chaos Master. Humph. 5 Chaos Master. Luo Feng looked out over Blazing Water Lake. That Forbidden Palace can only travel tens of times faster than light. It might take you several days to get through Lava Ocean. All those dangers. Haha. Hope you can make it. He indeed felt great after taking vengeance on 5 Chaos Master, who could rival his teacher. Only those Universe Masters with supreme true treasures could surpass 5 Chaos Master. Blazing Water Lake. Luo Feng stopped thinking about that 5 Chaos Master, and he started to contemplate a new path. From God-destroying valley to Lava Ocean, then arriving at Blazing Water Lake. He needed to slightly alter his path. Good. I've been through more dangerous places, but those were not as dangerous as God-destroying valley. Luo Feng looked around at the endless Blazing Water Lake. He saw bubbles bursting on the lake, and there was blue fire on the surface of the water like alcohol burning. Blazing water, blazing water. It was named such because of the flames. Blazing Water Lake. Information flooded Luo Feng's mind. Though Blazing Water Lake was dangerous, it was much safer than God-destroying valley. Though there were hundreds of kinds of danger, they were nothing to Universe Masters who were adequately prepared. The only danger that might be a handful was the so-called frozen lake fire, which would suddenly show up above Blazing Water Lake once in a while. Frozen lake fire was blue fire with lightning inside. It was extremely cold, and even Universe Supreme Masters didn't dare resist it directly. Frozen lake fire was able to destroy even top-tier flying palace-type true treasures. It would keep going down, and when it touched Blazing Water Lake, it would freeze the entire lake immediately. However, it wasn't dangerous to Universe Masters. First of all, it moved slowly. It moved tens of times faster than light speed, and Universe Masters were able to see them from a distance, so they could avoid them easily. Secondly, lots of areas in the blazing water lake allowed teleportation, except for those areas close to the water. Which was why lots of Universe Masters ran away when they saw frozen lake fire from a distance. As for some supreme beings, they could hide in Pinnacle Palace-type true treasures, which could withstand frozen lake fire. That was why Blazing Water Lake was only moderately dangerous in Universe Boat. It was close to God-destroying Valley where lots of powerful true treasures were born, so Blazing Water Lake could have some advantages because of that too. Some true treasures would show up from the lake. It was safe, and there was a relatively higher chance for true treasures to be born. That was why there would be powers stationed around Blazing Water Lake based on the records of Geofancy. There were space ripples above Blazing Water Lake, and a being showed up. I was stationed in this area, and I felt a ripple. Could it be a true treasure? A giant man with 4 faces and 16 arms appeared. The facial expressions on the 4 faces were all different. He glanced around. He immediately sensed another entity. There it is. Huh! It looks like a human. The great being immediately flew toward the human like a beam of light. Luo Feng was preparing to take flight when he saw, from afar, a golden streak of light flying toward him at high speed. It was different from him. While he had shrunk himself to a mere 10 meters in height, this towering figure maintained its size at 1,000 kilometers in height, which was why it was easily spotted at first glance. 4 faces with 16 arms. Luo Feng was secretly shocked. It must be from the Purple Moon Holy Land universe. Purple Moon Holy Land was one of the universes of the 2 Holy Lands. Within Purple Moon Holy Land, the Purple Moon clan dominated over a few other vassal clans that formed the minority. The living spaces of these vassal clans were small, and the resources they received were little. In Purple Moon Holy Land, the vassal clans had little power where the full force of all their powers combined would still be a far cry from that of the Purple Moon clan. Great beings of the Purple Moon clan had very unique looks. Purple Moon clansmen of the purest bloodline had 8 faces with 24 arms. The second purest group would have 4 faces with 16 arms, and the next would have 3 faces with 8 arms. The most ordinary ones would just have 1 face with 2 arms. This also meant that, internally, the Purple Clan Moon was divided into 4 classes. The ones who had 8 faces and 24 arms were a rare class, but their bloodline was the purest, and they had the greatest potential. However, to the weaker ones of the Purple Moon clan, once anyone became a Universe Master, then there would no longer be a differentiation between high and low class. After all, everyone would be a super great being. The 2 Holy Lands were extremely powerful, but because the Holy Land universe was a miniature universe, there was no way it could cultivate Universe Supreme Masters. So, for countless years, the great beings of Purple Moon Holy Land who managed to cultivate up to the level of Universe Masters would have reached their limits. They would never be able to achieve a breakthrough. Universe Masters from the 2 Holy Lands universes are all so extremely strong, Luo Feng said, astounded. It is said that every single Universe Master who ventured out always succeeded in comprehending supreme techniques. There are close to 100 groups of powers in Universe Ocean. Without a doubt, the 2 Holy Land universes are the strongest. Maybe it would be good to learn a little about the Universe era. For 3 reincarnation eras, anyone could easily suppress a Holy Land universe, yet not a single reincarnation era was able to absolutely unite. This was why, out of almost 100 groups of powers, the 2 Holy Land universes remained undoubtedly the strongest 2 powers. Furthermore, they were extremely detached because they did not have to worry about meeting doomsday. They could survive for generations of reincarnation eras. This made the great beings of the 2 Holy Land universes develop unique characters of their own. Some were gentle and were willing to make friends with any Universe Master they saw. Some were ferocious and engaged in crazy and rampant killings. Some strange, with capricious moods that were always changing. In conclusion, there was no absolute power pressurizing them. Their Universe Masters did things according to personal preferences, and they were all different. The only common point was their innate arrogance. Being part of the two Holy Lands, they looked down on the three reincarnation eras, but more of the high and low comparisons were made between the two Holy Lands. It's him, Sealed Huller Master, Luo Feng identified quickly. He was on alert right away. Sealed Huller Master was ranked middle among the few hundred Universe Masters of the Purple Moon clan. His power would be comparable to both Star River Master and 5 Chaos Master. Actually, it was very normal for him to have such strong powers. This was because any Universe Masters who emerged from Purple Moon Holy Land would at least be of a top-tier standard. Ice Mountain Master was of that standard. That meant if Ice Mountain Master was placed among the ranks of Purple Moon Holy Land Universe, he would be at the bottom of the list. And Luo Feng knew that previously, if he had not had Shawu wings, he would definitely have been at the absolute bottom of the list. Ice Mountain Master was at the lower level. Primal Chaos City Leader was at the superior level. A Universe Master with a Supreme True Treasure would be ranked at the pinnacle level. This was how the Holy Land Universe differentiated their great beings. Yes, within the Holy Land Universe, there was a handful of Universe Masters who had Supreme True Treasures. These were the three different categories of Universe Masters in a Holy Land universe. Apparently, in terms of quality, these groups were much stronger than those of the three reincarnation eras. That's right, Luo Feng said to himself. After cultivating for umpteen reincarnation eras, after cultivating for tens, or hundreds of reincarnation eras, I think even the dozen Universe Masters of the human race would be able to attain Sealed Huller Master's standard. They were not any stronger than us. All they had was the abundance of time to cultivate. You are the human, Silver Wings Horde leader from the Primal Universe, asked a human figure flying over from afar. Sealed Huller Master. Luo Feng suspended in mid-air, high above Blazing Flames Lake and flashed a friendly smile. Sealed Huller Master came to a stop and looked at Luo Feng. His eyes rested on the silver wings as he commented, "I heard your wings treasure was quite good." Luo Feng felt a knot in his chest. He did not leave immediately, as he did not want to incur the wrath of a great being of Purple Moon Holy Land. Given their arrogant nature, a few who were on good terms would gather and attack him. This was a very common occurrence. Although Luo Feng was not afraid, he did not want to offend them, either. After all, Purple Moon Holy Land was much stronger than the Divine Eye clan. In terms of quality and quantity, Purple Moon Holy Land had accumulated more. Haha. What is it? Worried that I will snatch your wings true treasure from you? Sealed Huller Master looked at Luo Feng and let out a snort. There are so many great beings from Universe Ocean, and many of them own superior true treasures. Would it be possible for me to snatch every one of them? Haha. You should leave. This Blazing Flames Lake is the territory of my Purple Moon Holy Land. You should hurry to leave this place. Inwardly, Luo Feng was delighted. I was only passing by. I will leave at the fastest speed possible. He smiled. That's best. Sealed Huller Master replied. Luo Feng gave a brief smile, transformed into a streak of light, and took flight. How rare to be lucky enough to run into Sealed Huller Master of Purple Moon Holy Land. Compared to Yin Tuor and 5 Chaos Master, he was much easier to talk to. But that makes sense, since the great beings of the first reincarnation era had to eventually meet their doomsday, the majority of them were crazy. Luo Feng continued to fly higher into the sky while maintaining a speed of 100 times light speed. After a while, he started to sense the appearance of space ripples in his surroundings. Golden Kingdom. Luo Feng first executed Golden Kingdom. Endless hazy, golden light spread outward, enveloping a domain as big as 10 light years. Finally, I can teleport. Let's go. Luo Feng teleported as far as a few light years right away. With Golden Kingdom, every teleportation could only take him as far as a couple of light years, which was why he had never made a one-time, long-distance teleportation with this true treasure before. Although there were many places that allowed teleportation within Blazing Flames Lake, there were still close to 100 dangerous areas. Some of these dangerous regions were frozen without any space ripples. So long as a region did not have any space ripple, and transmission of ripples was cut off on both sides, there would be no way to skip across this particular region and teleport away. In a single teleportation, he had made it to a distance of over 300 light-years away to reach a frozen, light-fogged void space. The thin fog was filled with countless streams of light icicles, which were comparable to a full-force strike by an ordinary universe master. Therefore, Luo Feng started flying again. There was nothing he could do. Even for those as powerful as Huge Axe Creator, taking thousands and millions of years to reach the deepest region of a dangerous land was normal. Based on Luo Feng's estimation, to cross an area of blazing flames lake for a width spreading over 10,000 light-years would take him a month or two, as that was a relatively dangerous place. As Luo Feng was making progress, advancing within the space of blazing flames lake, a piece of news had started spreading through the first reincarnation era. This piece of news alarmed the many super-great beings of the first reincarnation era. How is that possible? That Silver Wings Horde leader, Luo Feng, is merely a young fellow, yet he is that powerful? Causing severe injuries to Yin Tuor and annihilating 5 Chaos Master and Ultimate Arrow Master? This news came from Yin Tuor personally, and he is now in hiding so he can recover his power. How can this be untrue? Besides, 5 Chaos Master is not dead. He has several bodies. The Silver Wings' true treasure executed golden space, which was so strong that it could suppress 5 Chaos Masters' water ripple prison. The purity level of Luo Feng's godly level was not as high as 5 Chaos Master, so does this mean his wings are extremely powerful? Yes. Yin Tuor also said that the Silver Wings were comparable to extermination godly armor and that it would most likely only be second to a supreme true treasure. Let's go ask Divine Eye Clan, to see if Ultimate Arrow Master and 5 Chaos Master were truly annihilated. Because of the news Yin Tuor brought, and because it was within the first reincarnation era, which happened to be an era with various means of communication, the Divine Eye Clan caught wind of the news soon enough too. However, this was already the third day since 5 Chaos Master and Ultimate Arrow Master had entered Lava Ocean. What? Saying that 5 Chaos and Ultimate Arrow have been annihilated? Quick! Hurry up! The Divine Eye Clan was anxious. Although they were extremely powerful, 5 Chaos Master was the top great being among them all. His position was much higher than an Yong Master. Soon, on the first miniature universe of Divine Eye Clan, 12 figures teleported to the gates of 5 Chaos Master's Black Palace. 5 Chaos! 5 Chaos! From the Black Palace, a figure flashed by. It was 5 Chaos Master. Has your master body for battles been annihilated? Annihilated by that Silver Wings Horde leader? The 12 figures, all of which were either other bodies or avatars of universe masters of the Divine Eye Clan, were all highly anxious. Wearing a white, full-length robe, bald, and with a complexion like rocks, 5 Chaos Master shouted, "Don't annoy me. Leave. All of you, go away. 5 Chaos." They were all in shock. Why was 5 Chaos Master so agitated? Could it be that his master body for battles had really been annihilated? 5 Chaos Master got even more furious. He shouted, "My master body for battles has yet to be annihilated but is in a life-and-death situation amidst Lava Ocean, struggling to stay alive. Now my life is hanging by a thread. All my consciousness is focused on that body. Don't bother me. You will cause me to lose focus." Oh! Realization dawned upon them, and they quickly retreated. They did not dare bother him again. However, simply talking had taken up quite a fair bit of his consciousness. What made the Divine Eye Clan angry was, merely half a day after these universe masters went looking for 5 Chaos Master for answers in the 6th miniature universe, the avatar of Ultimate Arrow Master was annihilated and vanished into thin air. Before vanishing, he only left one line of utterance: "Kill Silver Wings Horde leader Luo Feng and avenge me. Kill him." Then he was annihilated. The annihilation of Ultimate Arrow Master and his last words were evidence that Ultimate Arrow Master and 5 Chaos Master being in jeopardy was certainly caused by the doings of Silver Wings Horde leader. What should we do? Ultimate Arrow was annihilated. What about 5 Chaos? Let's not ask 5 Chaos. 5 Chaos needs to go full force now. He cannot be distracted. If his master body for battles is really annihilated, we will know soon enough. If he is not annihilated yet, then he must be in an extremely dangerous environment now. Let him do his best. Within lava ocean. Forbidden Temple was swaying haphazardly while flying at high speed. It was in a ruinous state. There were many scars, the most conspicuous of which were the 4 holes that bore through the entire Forbidden Temple. I must survive. I must make it out of here alive. I must. 5 Chaos Master was within the badly wrecked Forbidden Temple. He gritted his teeth hard, going crazy beyond help. Silver Wings Horde Leader, Luo Feng, Luo Feng, Luo Feng. This video will end here.